I'm really excited. I mean, I like doing it here. I'm gonna miss being here, but because it's just like, hey, like I'll hang out and be like.
This is the Bill Squire Show.
I actually can't. I'm hanging out with Steve first. Steve asked me if I wanted to hang out. Steve and I were actually talking about writing some songs together.
Please do.
Yeah.
Remember, I had you write some songs for the show when you first started, and it was very fun. All right, hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of the Bill Squire Show. I'm your host, Bill Squire, and I got Tommy and AJ here with me.
Hello.
And so, let's start things off with this. I've been doing dry January.
Okay.
But
so
then,
well.
No, it's not so well. I drank last Friday, and then I had a shot with Tommy just now.
Oh,
Pretty girls!
And he goes, it's okay, I'm not an alcoholic.
Which, if you say you're not, you're not.
yeah,
Right?
That's how the rule works.
I guess.
Oh, if I am an alcoholic, I'm like a very functional alcoholic.
I don't think
there's a
you're an
difference.
alcoholic.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't think so either. I just want to have drinks with. My life's just very boring.
Well, no, I mean,
And so I like alcohol because I think it slows my brain down a little bit. It's like self-medication because of my ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
I see you drink, but it's always in social situations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to drink by myself.
Right, yeah.
That's boring.
Although you've drank, we've showed up and done this show, and you're toasted.
Yeah, because I know you're coming.
Yeah, like party vibes. Like, I
Yeah,
get
but
it.
but you drink, but that's you drinking on your own.
Right, but that's drinking with the anticipation of socializing
I
happening.
think you're kind
okay.
of like me a little bit. When I
Bill?
was younger.
Gorgeous, and you want to buy our burps?
Yes. I would get drunk before I would go to like shows or something. Like I would
It's like a
with
pregame
myself.
thing. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
With myself before I went out. And it's more of like a calming social anxiety thing. And
Yes.
just like it's just a vibe, you know?
So last Friday when I had drinks, I was doing a show, and this girl, so this is kind of an interesting story. Okay. So this is a girl that we'll call her Eleanor.
She's
she doesn't want her
definitely
name.
not from the Cavs game, right?
She's definitely not from the Cavs game.
They were like,
The one whose lines you totally respected.
yeah.
Not that girl.
Okay.
Oh.
But I did respect this girl's line. They're just
Okay.
they just,
I know,
They were a lot further back.
They're just a little bit further back.
The way you said that, I was like, the ones whose lines you respected, you were like, no.
It's not that. Oh, no.
No, I didn't respect this one.
No, I respect her lines, but it was just her lines were a little further back. So I got a different type of story. So this girl is friends with a friend of mine, and we'll call her Eleanor because she's got kind of a not super common name, and she doesn't want people to. She doesn't like attention.
Okay.
So she doesn't want it.
It's Tommy.
It's
Tommy.
Tommy. Yeah, it's Tommy. But she's friends with a friend of mine, and I can't remember the first time we met. But I don't think it was like a big, like, it was just kind of like, oh, this is her, this is me, like, whatever. But then the second time we hung out, she was driving us while we were very drunk, and she was being kind of a butthole. And, like, she was relishing in the fact that her and my other friend were in these kind of dead-end relationships with guys that, and, like, that, like, they're like, but whatever, we're girls, we're young, we'll have fun. And I was like, I don't like you. So we kind of were there's a lot of conflict there. And it wasn't like to the point of like, this is the worst person I've ever met. It's just like, it just doesn't really
I have more people like that in my life.
Well, yeah.
But then that's healthy.
Yeah, well,
no, there are a lot of people I'm like, nah,
you're very
nah.
adversarial.
I can be very adversarial.
So then we hang out again in a different situation, and I'm the only one she really knows in this situation. Oh, nice. So she kind of gravitates towards me, and we have fun. Like, we have a good time hanging out, just kind of goofing around together, and it's a nice time. And then I completely didn't think about her since then. And then last Thursday, she messages me, and she's like, hey, when are we going to drink again? Or like, when are we going to... So at this one party, we drank and we lifted weights because my friend has one of those like mirror weight machines.
He's like, hey, do you want to get some drink? We'll just go
but
fucking...
that was kind of
a workout?
Yeah,
that was kind of her like joke to like get things rolling. She's like, when are we going to get drunk and lift weights again? And I was like, you know what? I'm doing dry January, but I'll lift weights with you. And she's like, ha ha ha. But I'm like, but if you really want to hang out, I'll be at this show tonight. And she came to my show at High and Dry last week. And then she came out. And then after that show, she came over. And nothing happened that night. I stayed on the not drinking train that night. But she came over and she played with Whoopsie. And we like had, like a fun night. And then she came out again the next night to my other show. And she's like, oh, I was going to do a shot, but I don't want to do one by myself. And she's like, are you sure you can't drink? And I was like, fine, I'll drink. Like, it took that much. I was like, that much.
Yeah.
Tits.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
So we had like a couple drinks there. Then we came back here, dropped off our cars. And then we went and had like more drinks. And then we came back. And she came over ready to be here. Like she had an overnight bag.
Oh,
was like,
damn.
yeah.
Did you guys even talk about it? About her
No,
staying?
not really. Like,
She's just like, here I am, living
Well,
it.
well, ready.
Hold on, but what if she just has a sex bag all the time?
but it wasn't
I
a
mean,
sex
that's fine
bag.
too.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
that's
it's like an overnight bag, and she's got her like she's very into washing her face right now. So that's what she said. Like,
Wait, she's just like, one thing you have to know about me. I'm really like right now. I'm going through this thing. I'm really into washing my face.
kind of.
That happened.
That's almost
awesome.
exactly word for word what she said.
I'm really into like washing my face right
Yeah.
now.
I mean, same. But
Yeah.
It's
like a
an
new thing she's excited about.
Okay,
Like she
okay.
she's like, I really just want to watch.
Bill.
I get
So-
it because I'm doing this thing with my hair. I'm like trying to take care of my hair.
Tommy,
so
I'm
I get it.
I'm really
And
into
AJ's
this.
hair looks great too. We
I'm
gotta
really
make
into
sure-
this Eastern thing right now. It's called washing your face. Have you ever done it? It's
so
great.
She comes over and like we had plans to do a puzzle and like it's on the table. We like got to the point where I flipped over all the puzzle pieces and she's like, do you want to go to bed? And I was like, yeah. Try not to sound too eager because she's very hot. I'll show you a picture of her.
Okay, cool.
But she's very hot and
No, her name's not Eleanor.
her name is not really Eleanor.
Okay.
It's a different name. But we're calling her Eleanor to protect her identity because if we said her
She
name,
doesn't want anyone knowing
right.
who she is. But she can't be that. Her name can't be that uncommon.
It's a name that if you put it into Instagram, you'll probably find her.
Whisper it into her ear, and then she'll whisper it into my ear.
Here's what I'll do. I'm going to turn the mics all the way down,
Okay.
and I'll do that. 'Cause I want to respect her. That might give it away.
You don't even
I don't think that's that uncommon of a name.
No, but it is
enough.
It's enough that like
you can find it.
you can find that name if you're
You can
searching.
figure
for
out
that.
which one it is.
Hold on, I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Quite
see.
easy. Like if
I'm gonna
you
see if I can do it right
like
now.
if you searched, well, you just
Because
got
they
his
also
followers.
do it by
who you know,
who you know and stuff like that. Because we follow each other, you'll probably find her.
Yeah.
Because it's like the only name she doesn't have her last name on there. It's just you see if you can do it too.
With a Y or with an I?
Those aren't even letters that are in it. It's Eleanor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is she famous?
No, not her.
Just kidding.
Not her. Maybe it is a little harder.
Yeah, it's harder to find. Way harder than you made it out to be.
Huh.
But then there's also people. Not her
Ooh,
either.
oh, she's cute though.
There's
Here,
nobody.
I'll look her up though. But.
She's not even real. She's like,
She's
she's like really
making
hot,
this
but she
up.
lives in Canada. No,
We started dating like a couple years
yeah,
ago.
you like
over the
you wouldn't
holidays.
even know her.
Yeah.
Because
You
she
wouldn't know
might
her.
have a private account, so that might be.
Just like you might have met her. We were in like the third grade together,
if you go
but
to-
she like moved
Right,
away.
Yeah, yeah.
If you go to my.
We met at camp.
Yeah, we met at
would
camp.
that make it easier to find her?
We did like hand stuff.
Over
We'll
the
get
pants.
there. We'll get there. All right. No.
Oh, so go to your following and then search it.
That's. Yeah.
Way easier.
There.
Oh.
Oh, but she's private, so I have to show you on
Son-in-law.
my phone.
Oh, she does look really pretty though.
Yeah.
Doesn't
She's
look
very
the way
pretty.
I thought she would be.
She's.
Oh wow,
yeah.
I would like to not finish a puzzle with her.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So,
Wow, I would
Puzzles.
like to. Yeah.
So we don't finish the puzzle. We get in bed. Her face is washed, and in bed, like I still haven't even like made a move. Well, she had like a thing with her neck, and like I rubbed her neck for a little bit, but like I hadn't like done anything. But then like once we got in bed, we kind of got cuddly, and then started kissing, and then like just made out and just like humped. But she still had sweatpants on, and I wasn't gonna like. I'm
not gonna lie, that's fun.
It was fun.
That's fun. It's very fun.
It's very fun. It was. It's not the most fun.
It's fun. Wait. You didn't go further after that?
That's as far as we went. We did that for a while.
Okay.
And I was touching her above her she had a bra on.
Like, foreplay's fun.
Foreplay for a long
enjoy it.
time, and then she got on top and again, just dry humping like we're fucking teenagers, but
it's fun. I don't care.
You didn't
It was nice.
You didn't have sex?
we didn't have sex.
Oh,
I would have just finished the puzzle.
finish on the puzzle.
There's
I
no
mean-
finishing, unfortunately.
I mean,
guess.
that's
But-
fun, but you gotta end with this. How did you
I know,
end
that's
that?
what I'm
How did you
saying.
end that?
Yeah,
Well,
like how
that's the
did it
thing, is,
just?
you
I'm
just-
just done now.
You just kind of get to a point where it's just like we've been doing it for a while, and I think it's like you just kind of it's just kind of over. Like you just kind of go, okay, well that's it. Because I tried to get my hands under the bra.
She didn't let you?
She was like, and I was like, okay. So
okay.
So she
Lines,
that-
lines
lines
were
were-
respected.
Yeah,
lines
you
were
respected
respected.
the
And which
lines.
is good.
Yeah.
Which is good,
Yeah.
but I would have
just an
considered that
interesting
like,
move.
But it was like, hey, I'm not in any hurry here. I hope we get to hang out again, and that
would be
We
nice.
get to hump again.
Yeah,
dry
I would
hump.
like to hump again. Maybe
Over
less
sweatpants?
less fabric in the way.
No.
But
I
it
mean,
was
that's
nice, and
okay.
in the we slept well against together, cuddly. There was a lot of cuddly sleep. Which was nice.
I'm talking to a 7th grader.
We slept well together.
like,
No,
who
I
else
was
really
a
nice?
90-year-old.
I'm sure you guys have had situations where you've slept in someone else's bed or had someone sleep in your bed, and it's not
It's just
great.
not normal. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
it feels weird.
Yeah.
She kept making fun of my bed too because she's got a California king and I just have a king, and she's like, "Your bed's so fucking little," because she's pretty
Damn.
tall.
Okay.
So
Ooh, okay.
she was talking shit about my bed, and she's talking about shit about I didn't have curtains. I bought curtains just so she couldn't fucking. And then when I showed her the curtains that I got, she's like, "They're pretty wrinkly. Do you have anything?" And I'm like, "God, I can't make you happy." I love it.
I've never enjoyed sharing a bed with anyone
I
ever.
figured as much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when.
Why? Why would you figure as much?
No, because I figure I'm pretty much the same way. But
Oh.
if there's a situation where I am sharing a bed with someone and it's I can actually sleep, that's a good night for me.
Yeah.
I was very encouraged by that because there's plenty of times where girls have slept over and I'm just sitting there staring at the ceiling I can't fucking sleep and it's making me nuts.
Yeah.
So
I'm literally
one girl that slept over recently snored so much that it was I left the room for a bit and then came
Damn.
back and then now here's the thing, the girl, did I tell you guys the girl from the Cavs game whose boundaries were respected?
Yeah.
She slept over a couple times but never
nothing
did
happened.
anything. Yeah.
Okay.
And that was fine. And,
Sounds like Bill really is having a dry January.
Right.
well that's not even the end of the dryness. So yes, I've just shifted gears on the dryness because then on Saturday when she woke up she kept coughing and she's like, "It's so dry in here. You need to get a humidifier." And so yes, I did.
So you went and got a humidifier?
I didn't get one
Oh,
yet.
I was like,
no.
oh my god, he's
I'm
doing
just gonna-
all these things
I'm
that the
just gonna
girls are
spit in her
telling him to
mouth.
do.
I'm like, well, if my cum was in your throat, you wouldn't be coughing so much, lady.
Y'all haven't had sex and she's trying to tell you what to do.
No, she's not. She's not telling me to do that.
Okay.
I've been meaning to get the curtains for a while. So the curtains are something that fuck it, I'll just finally pull the trigger and get the curtains. The humidifier, I haven't gotten one of those yet. I don't like them. But we'll just sleep in her much bigger bed maybe next time.
Oh, okay. I respect that.
So yeah, that was my my Friday night.
Hell
Cool.
yeah.
And so trading one dryness for another.
Do you want to go finish the puzzle?
No, you're still.
No, you know
What
what?
was the puzzle? What was it?
It's the Eiffel Tower.
Oh.
I'll show it to you.
the one in France?
Pretty sure. Not the one. Well, Paris, France.
Yeah, Paris.
Yeah,
Paris, France.
Because I think
yeah.
they have a little Eiffel Tower
In Paris, Tennessee.
Yeah,
Is that true?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
It's pretty
also,
pathetic.
isn't there a weird museum
Tennessee.
in Tennessee? I think.
Yeah,
It's
we talked about
the
it on the show.
Holocaust Museum.
No, it's Titanic.
the Titanic.
The
Museum
Titanic
is
Museum's in Tennessee.
Weird thing to do.
Yeah.
So
It's a weird
yeah,
place
that
to put it.
That was my but she's nice and we've been talking. She
Oh, she sounds nice.
Yeah,
she's
she
great.
sounds cool,
yeah,
yeah.
like
She
she's
sounds
funny.
nice.
So
She
she doesn't know anything really about me. Like that's kind of interesting
That's nice.
because there's a lot of
That's
people
kinda
that like
nice.
they listen to the show.
Yeah.
And
They
so
wanna
like
see
a lot
what
of the groundwork's done. That's
Yeah.
why a lot of them.
She doesn't listen to the show.
She doesn't listen to the show. She
You
didn't know
can
what
like
station it
actually
was
get
on.
to like
Yeah.
know her and
Yeah.
shit. That's cool.
Right, and I just sent
Yeah.
the clips.
Sounds
of the
like
show. I'll be
sounds like
"Here's-
she's really shitty at finishing jigsaw puzzles.
Hey, we don't. It was the first night of trying it. I mean, we might do it, or I don't care. I'm not.
Jigsaw
I'm not
puzzles
really.
are dry hump, AJ.
Yeah, yeah. And I got to touch her boobs just over the bra, and it was like a sports bra, so it was pretty good touch.
Yeah, to me that's like a hand job. Like I'm 32 years old. I don't want a hand job.
Listen, I don't want a hand job either, but now this is. Let me ask you this. And I've talked about this with a few different girls. When you don't sleep with a guy on the first date, they've said, like Mary said this. A few other girls I've talked with have said this, and they say, "Oh, that means I like him."
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Well-
you don't want to like go too fast. You want to like build it up or
So
something.
Brandon always makes fun of me because the first night, like that, like I wouldn't hook up with him, and like we tried playing a drinking game. He was trying to woo me with, oh my god, what's that movie called? Hook. The movie Hook. He's like, every time they say the word hook, you have to drink. Well, in the first like scene, they're all chanting hook, hook, hook. So it was like he was trying, but no. And clearly, I like him because.
Yeah, you married her.
You married him.
But me and Miles hooked up on the first night, and I like him.
I mean, I've
So I guess it kinda-
I've definitely had it other ways, but it seemed like
Yeah.
she didn't want to hook up that night, so I wasn't gonna like be like, well, then get the fuck out of my
Well,
house.
what if
Right, yeah.
what if you don't like them, but you also don't want to fuck them?
Well, in that case, I
Don't
just go to
invite 'em
sleep.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, I do finish the puzzle.
No, I'm talking about like you said that like you do that and Mary does that, but
Yeah.
like what if she just doesn't want to sleep with them and doesn't like them?
Well, then,
Like that is
then
just
I think she would probably not have.
Don't go on another date.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's the case, but for now, it seems like she's still pretty interested because we've been texting a lot. And
oh
you
yeah.
know, we'll see. Again, like I'm not putting like. It's one night that we hung out.
No.
Yeah.
I understand. No judgments here. I don't understand that logic though. Like, why would you not want to sleep with them on the first date?
I think it goes back to the whole quote unquote pure like
Really?
feeling.
Well, I think
like,
there's girls that they think a guy will respect them more or
Yes,
some
yeah.
things like that, or like I think the way Mary described it is that she doesn't want to sleep with a guy on the first date because she actually wants to kind of build something with him. Versus like if she's just having like a drunk hookup with a guy, that's like whatever.
a lot of women have like emotional connections with sex. So like I feel like
That's why they're the weaker sex.
right. I don't, so that's why I think like
Yeah.
me hooking up on the first date that's different for me. But I
Right.
do know a lot of people.
Yeah, that it's a much more intimate
Yes,
thing.
it's an intimate.
Not everybody is a soulless cockslayer like you, AJ. You know, where you can just put it in and have no feeling. And just,
Yeah, I guess not. I don't know.
Coxman.
I guess I'm a reptile. I don't know.
Well, you're just when it comes to sex, I feel like you're very like matter of fact about it.
I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I can be, but like I'm not. And also, like if she sets that boundary, I'm not going to keep attacking that boundary.
No.
Well, right. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that. I'm just like approaching it like from
From
my
her point of
why
view.
no
did she
from
sleep
my
over?
reptile
yeah.
mind.
Okay.
I'd be like,
Why did she sleep over? If
no.
No?
That's
Not-
like totally fine. I get it, but like,
So if
why-
you were
why
in
are
my
we-
position, you'd be fine with the way things played out.
I would be because I'm not a rapist.
Yeah, I'm not an alcoholic.
No, I would be fine with it because like lines respected.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, why are we dry humping and making out?
When we could be doing,
We could have
cooler
been
stuff.
doing a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, because she didn't want to do the jigsaw puzzle anymore. She wanted to make out.
I think it's also kind of like a making him like
Work
want
for it.
more,
Yeah,
like
to
to
Want
make
it
sure
more?
that he's actually interested.
Yeah, leave
not
me
just
wanting
like a
more.
one and done kind of thing.
I don't play that though. I'd be like, okay, all right.
Well, I'm
Not
playing
me.
it right now.
Yeah,
so-
that's no. That's I'm just I'm there's
getting
I'm,
played.
I'm
Holy
not
shit.
saying that like you're doing a bad thing. I'm just saying like how I like.
Right.
I'd be like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so I
Like,
mean,
I
it's gonna just depend on what she does
Yeah.
from now. Like, if she doesn't reach out, doesn't want to hang out,
Well,
obviously there
like
was
I
a
said,
reason
we've-
that way. It could go either way.
We've been texting.
Yeah.
And it's been, but I haven't been like, let's hang out yet. I'm kind of waiting until I have something to do or like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, because like also like a weeknight, I don't think it's gonna.
I'm starting to realize I'm kind of unlikable.
I mean, you're fine.
I get what your hairdresser's coming from now. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not very likable, am I? That's okay.
Well, you're just it's because there are people. My brother loves you,
what?
so my
that
brother,
is true.
My brother would let you get in there.
Yeah, that's right. No dry humping
no
with,
dry
No
with
jumping
Rob,
sweatpants
with Rob.
over the bra.
Yeah. I've been having an existential crisis since the break.
Are you still sad that you're?
Yeah, I
You're not
get it
likable?
now.
Yeah.
I see it now.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's the first step in recovery.
Why do you like me?
Why do I like you?
Yeah.
Because you're funny and you're
Oh.
interesting and you look at the world from a different point of view. And I like weird, unlikable people.
You.
I don't know.
I don't.
There's no reason to dislike you, but
No, I think
I think you're fine.
I
Okay.
think but you definitely.
I'm
you have
adversarial.
You have hard opinions on things.
Yeah.
And you are definitely not someone that just goes with what society
Yeah.
tells you to do. So
Yeah.
That's
and-
why I respect
yeah.
you.
No,
That's why
I-
I like
Oh, okay.
I respect you and like you, and I think that.
So I'm a badass.
you. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about a badass.
I don't play by society's rules.
In a way. But in a way, yeah.
I crossed the
Well, you
line.
also, like, when I was telling a story about fighting people, you're like, oh, I would have jumped on him and fucking ended him. So, like, there is some rage in
there
ya.
is some violence.
Yeah.
Do like the,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and then when I was like, oh, the girl stopped me from, you're like, I would have just had a.
No,
like,
no,
you
that's
don't-
not what I
you don't
would've
wanna-
did. That's not what
you
I
said.
said.
Like, I'll just do puzzles instead.
No, that's not what I
Let me get my balls off with.
That's not what I said. I would have went with it,
Yeah.
but in my head the whole time I would have been like, "Oh man, why aren't we just like?" I would have like feeling like, "Why are we just?" In my head, I'm like just thinking about like we could have been done with this puzzle by now. That's
I don't
it.
think it's a
I
1,000
would-
pieces. It's,
Well, halfway done with this puzzle by now.
I'm very bad at puzzles.
I love puzzles.
I'm like,
I've been
no.
thinking about them lately,
Yeah.
honestly. So
Well, if things don't work out between me and Eleanor,
I can
you
have
want a
the
puzzle?
Eiffel Tower, yes, please.
You can have the Eiffel Tower and the puzzle.
Nice.
All right. In sad news, Bob Saget is dead.
Yeah, he's
And
likable.
He was very
Yeah.
likable, very just all around lovable man.
Yeah.
Now, here's an interesting thing. So someone called into the radio show, the Alan Cox Show, which is my other job.
Which is your job.
My job, yeah. It's a job too. It just doesn't pay. It's still work. So this lady, her name's Kelly, and she calls in and she's like, well, at his roast, they made a lot of jokes about him being a pedophile and doing incest. And
Doing
those,
incest.
Doing
yes,
incest.
I mean, this is,
Can we make that?
and she's like, I don't want to get
band?
flagged.
I
by-
know.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like you bad.
But yeah, and she's like, so obviously those jokes were based on some sort of truth, and he was a rapist. And we're like, huh?
Yeah,
And I'm like, well, you know that they made jokes about other things like him killing people and like Norm Macdonald said his face looks like cauliflower, and his face like, is that based on truth
Right.
or like where do jokes end
And-
and like truth be like? I don't think you understand that. And she's one of these people that you can't explain anything
Right.
to.
No.
Because then I was like, well, you brought up pedophilia, which makes me suspicious of you being a pedophile.
right.
And she's like, well, it doesn't work like that. I'm like, yeah, because that's against you.
Right.
But you don't have no problem making unbased claims
Right.
about other people being a pedophile. So like, what? You can't just do that.
Yeah, she clearly doesn't know anything about him because, like, I understand people thinking like there's truth to like something
Yeah.
you're joking about. I get
Right.
that, but he made jokes about that on his own, so that's what
They're
their roasts are
referencing, yeah.
referencing.
And
yeah.
and that was designed by him to break the image of him being the squeaky clean
Exactly,
Danny
yeah.
Tanner character and be like, no, I'm Bob Saget. I'm my own person.
Mm-hmm.
I was an actor. And that's why he went so raunchy and said that he wanted to fuck Kimmy Gibbler. And also, I think the incest she was referring to was with the characters on the show
They're not even. Yeah.
that they're not actually family. So I think
People
Kelly
are insane.
might not all be there.
No, I don't think so. I don't like Kelly.
Fuck Kelly.
She's unlikable.
She's unlikable.
She's unlikable.
She's unlikable. You are an acquired taste.
Yeah.
She's unlikable.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
But Bob Saget, rest in peace. I've been going through How I Met Your Mother, and
I always forget that it's him.
yeah, like he's the
Narrator.
narrator, and you know it's not like a huge part on the show, but it's.
I mean, it is,
it
but like in a
is.
different way.
He's the biggest part of the show.
Yeah, but he's
What
not,
he
like,
is Ted Mosby.
but he's
He
not
is Ted Mosby.
highlighted as.
But
it.
he's not. But he's not playing Ted Mosby.
Right.
No,
So-
but it's all through his. This is all his
through his
memory. And
narrative,
the
yeah.
only
Yeah.
reason why the show exists is because he's explaining to his kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Bob Saget might be the only guy that is consistently present through the entire thing.
No, I mean all the characters are.
No. But he's always there. Even when Ted Mosby
It's
isn't in
his
the room.
story. Yeah, it's his
He's
story.
still
Bob
talking.
Saget
It's
is-
still narrating, telling a story.
Yeah,
Good.
it's- yeah,
He doesn't. He just doesn't get that credit.
Well,
the
but
way-
I mean, he's also being used as a narrator and,
Right,
and
exactly.
a storyteller, but you don't get the his actual humor all that much in that situation.
yeah.
I mean, you still get some humor from him, but it's not as much. But the point is, I haven't watched
great.
that show in a long time, and I'm going through it again, and it's such a fun show. Like I'm really having a renaissance of like old fashioned like 3-camera sitcoms. Like
It's
I
good,
really
yeah.
like the jokes are punchy. Like even if they're corny, it's just always moving towards a joke.
Yeah.
And then on a show like that, or a show like Friends, like there is
How I
more.
Met Your Mother. See, I'm not a Friends guy.
But I'm just saying, like
Me neither.
they
Right.
balance the jokes with other like really human moments. Like when Ted tells Robin that he broke up with a girl, but then the girl calls while Ted's in the bathroom trying to call her to break up, but he's got the wrong phone. Like that's Ted's a good guy, but he does some stupid things in the name of his dick.
Yeah.
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 And
yeah.
that's a very
Don't
relatable
we
thing.
all?
Yeah.
And that's what makes
Every
me a
day.
likable guy.
There you go.
Yeah.
A likable guy.
I'm just making the rest of this about me now.
Mm-hmm.
No,
On my show, you son of a bitch.
I know. No, like Bob Saget was that show.
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, the cast was great and all, but I mean, without him, that show doesn't work.
No,
And-
of course not. I'm not
Right,
saying I'm not
yeah.
trying to diminish what he did
Yeah.
on the show. I'm just saying like it's you never get to actually see him. He's just a disembodied voice,
Right.
a much more matured Ted Mosby, and but it works. Like you can hear that voice and think of what's the guy's name that plays Ted Mosby? Josh Radnor.
Josh Radnor, yeah.
Yeah, and you think of his face, and like that's kind of a cool thing where like you can hear Bob Saget's voice and think of
something-
two people
Yeah.
that are Bob Saget's.
It's wild. Yeah.
It's such a great show. And then, Danny Tanner.
Danny Tanner.
obviously.
Yeah, did you guys grow up watching that show?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I didn't stick with it towards like the end
Yeah.
because
me
I was
neither.
older, but
And,
like
and it turned out like he was so much more wholesome than Cosby at the end of it.
yeah.
You know?
Really?
Well, I mean,
Well, I mean,
Well,
at
without-
the end,
yeah,
yes,
for-
yeah,
for obvious
yeah.
reasons. But
Well, he like basically was passed the mantle of America's dad because
Yeah.
of the Cosby scandals. Like
Yeah.
Cosby was that guy, and then it went to Saget because everyone's like,
But do
well, we
they
need a
count
guy.
him because of his comedy? Do people?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
because he was equal parts Danny Tanner
Okay.
and the dirty Bob
All right.
Saget.
I just
Right,
see.
yeah.
You always see when people die. You see the stupid people that bring up the dumb shit, like all the drama, what they quote
Yeah.
unquote are bad, like why you shouldn't care that they died.
Here's the thing. If I
It's a weird thing to do,
It's
too.
such a weird thing to
Like
do.
you want to be the person that when someone dies, you go, well, actually, here's why they were
Here's my thing.
garbage."
Even if you didn't like the person, there's other like people that are,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
You could have
a
brought
part
this
of
up,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
you
still
could also,
sad for a
like he's still
family
got
member.
family members and
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bob Saget, more than any person, not just in the history of comedy, but maybe in the history of human beings walking this planet, was a
big
master of time and place.
Yeah.
Like a master of time and place, because when you saw him as Danny Tanner and then you saw his stand-up, those two people were worlds apart.
Right.
But he knew when to do it and when not
knew
to
when to
do
turn
it.
it on and
when
turn
to
it
turn it
off,
on. When he was a master of being the person you needed him to be when you needed him to be that thing.
Even in America's Funniest Videos, like
Yeah,
a
he was
great
wholesome and
host.
sweet.
Right,
host of that
yeah.
show.
And then backstage, or like, you see his stand-up, the dude was an animal.
Yeah.
Like he's like,
But like he just had those thoughts, but and what I like about him is he didn't shy away from that and said like, okay, this is part of me too. Like because I feel like there's a lot of people like that. Like I have some very sweet, wholesome parts of me, but then there's parts of me that are very dark and weird, and so like, and you get that in my stand-up where like if I'm talking about my kids, it can be very wholesome, but then I'm also like right now I'm working on a bit about bestiality. Whoopsie, not a great time to come in.
no, Bill, I disagree.
She's like, time and place.
That's right. I mean, I'm talking about Bob Saget as if I fucking knew, but I feel like I knew Bob Saget.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
No, he
about
was
him.
in like just 65 years old is not that
old.
old.
That's young. That is young.
That's too young to die. And the second greatest Aristocrats joke I've ever heard in my life. I mean, the one Gilbert Gottfried did at Hugh Hefner's roast.
Yeah.
When he bombed on that
So
joke.
yeah,
in
she doesn't
9/11.
know the Aristocrats.
I know the Aristocrats.
Right.
The
Okay.
Disney
So
one.
the Aristocrats joke is a very famous joke.
Okay.
I mean, we don't really do that because I think we're.
It's like an old timey thing.
It's an old time. It extends back to vaudeville.
Okay, yeah,
It's an inside joke amongst
Yeah.
comics. It's a joke comics tell each other to make them laugh.
and like try and one up each other and like so it's basically about this family that is
the setup is the same every single.
Yeah.
The setup is the same and the punchline is the same.
Yeah.
Everything in the middle is
you kind of
Okay.
different.
So what's the consistent beginning? and end?
So the beginning is this family goes into this talent agency and they're like, you have to hire us, and they're like, we're not going to hire you until we see what you do, and it's like, okay, we'll show you what we do,
and then that's where it stops.
and that's where it stops,
And then it just
you start
becomes
going,
just debaucherous
Yeah.
and just gross and disgusting.
and there's a documentary about it that came out in like the mid 2000s
called The Aristocrats.
called The Aristocrats, and all these different comics tell their version of it.
And they take you through the history of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like why in like vaudeville it was, I think because on vaudeville you were doing, hey, my wife, like you're like doing these very buttoned up jokes, but this is like he said for the comics after the show trying to make each other laugh.
Okay.
And they were not just trying to make each other laugh, like it also, because back then the only people who could afford actors made no money on vaudeville, but the only people who could afford to go see them play were people that were a part of the aristocracy. So, and they knew that, so it was them sort of like making fun of the
those-
aristocrats.
The higher society.
So, and then the
makes
punchline is after you just go into this family, just fucking doing just horrible things to each other, sexual murder, bestiality. No, seriously, like, this is 100% it.
Probably also stuff that this Kelly girl was bringing up, like him telling the Aristocrats joke.
Yeah.
And like, oh, that's
Yeah. So, and then at the end of it, the punchline's always the same. And then
and they go, yeah, what do you guys call your
it's
act?
just like,
And
wow. The talent agent goes, wow, that's one heck of an act you have there. What do you call it? And they go, the Aristocrats.
Oh, okay.
So it's the setup's the same, the punchline's the same, and then the middle is like your own unique journey. Chevy Chase, I
kinda
think,
cool.
in the 70s, he would have Aristocrats parties where he would have all the comedians from SNL and hosts come over, and they would tell their version of their Aristocrats jokes.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I can't remember in the documentary, but somebody does it, and they do a very different version of it where they go, what's your act? And it's like, and they're doing these flips, and it's like an actual acrobatic act, and then they go, oh, this is amazing. What do you call it? And it's like, the cocksucking motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I can't remember who did that one.
that Penn Jillette?
It might have been, I don't know. I don't remember. I cannot, but it was.
But yeah, like Drew Carey was in it. Robin Williams
Yeah,
was in
it's
the
a very
documentary. It's
interesting documentary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like comedy nerd stuff, but it's
Yeah.
worth checking out. And yeah, Bob Saget's
was
like the
fantastic.
standout. Like that's the one that they used to
I will
promote
look it up.
the
Aristocrats.
movie. Yeah,
I mean, the Gilbert Gottfried one was the one where I learned about the Aristocrats, because I was like, 13, 14,
Yeah.
watching the roast of Hugh Hefner on Comedy Central. I'm like, what is he doing? And then, like, okay, so Gilbert Gottfried's up on stage, and he makes a terrible, it was his days after 9/11.
Yeah.
It was days after, like, seriously, days after 9/11.
Like, it was, I believe, the 13th.
Yeah, and then
okay.
and then he made a 9/11 joke about catching a direct flight in New York or something. And he gets
I'm
booed.
sorry.
I know.
I'm the one that
He
flew the
goes-
plane. Yeah.
And he's getting like booed. He's getting like booed by the crowd. He goes,
Damn.
okay. He's just like, a family walks into a talent agency. And then all the comics on stage are kind of like, what is he's gonna do it
Yeah.
now? And he just wins them over.
Damn,
He gets them
okay.
back. It's great. Yeah.
It's very good. It's a very yeah. So Bob Saget, I mean, just that character that he had on like he was just awesome. He was just awesome. And then like him playing a parody of himself on Entourage was very fun, where he's playing up.
I
his
suck
darker
dick for
side.
coke.
Yeah.
And Half-Baked.
Half-Baked, and then also Dirty Work. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, he directed Dirty Work,
He directed
yeah.
Dirty Work, and I saw this article today about it where like Miramax, when they went out of business, they said, "You owe us $30 million," and he's like, "Hey, fuck you." Like, I'm not gonna, but that was such a good movie that got really shit on, but it's a tight, funny movie.
It is. Yeah.
And like the problem with
Who'd have thought Artie Lang would be the one that out of the cast of that movie that survived?
right.
Norm's dead. Bob
Norm's
Saget
dead,
directed
yeah.
it. He's dead.
It's such a funny movie, and it moves so like there's so many set pieces in that just like they get to the joke and they get to the next thing. And I think it's a really well directed movie, because comedies so often are too long and there's too much this or that. And that one was like, hey, we're gonna have a little bit of sentimentality in this with the dad and stuff. And that their relationship is,
But we're
brothers.
gonna punch you in the face.
But
With
we're gonna be
yeah.
we're telling jokes here.
Yeah.
And we want this to be funny, and we want to be like over the top at times, and just have it be and it was I guess originally supposed to be a rated R movie, and they like in the article I read, and it was neutered to be a PG-13 movie, but I watched that movie a couple months ago, and it fucking holds up.
Really?
There's a lot of movies that don't hold up when you watch them 20
Dirty
years
Work's
later,
funny.
but Dirty Work is a fucking funny movie.
Yeah.
When they're doing the first prank to get or like the first dirty work to get the attention, and they do the commercial where the guy's got all the whores in the back of the it's a live commercial on TV, and he's like, no, these cars and they put dead strippers or dead prostitutes in the trunks of the cars. They're not really dead, but they're acting dead. And he's like, no, these cars, they're Cadillacs, they're fully loaded. And then just with that, Norm Macdonald delivery goes, they're fully loaded with dead hookers. It's just a
So
fucking
good.
great movie.
Bob Saget, master of time and place.
Yeah. I guess that's all for this episode.
That was it. Depressing.
Yeah.
You guys got anything else you want to add? Anything else going on in your life? You get in fights with anybody this week, AJ?
No
Any
fights?
girls or anything?
No. I don't really talk
Drama?
about my personal life.
Well,
on here.
That's what we're doing now, though.
Oh, we're asking me things?
Well, we're asking everyone things.
Oh.
Well, personal life. What's going on with your personal life?
I do.
Because you've told stories on here before.
Yeah.
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a thing, a story that we were going to cover last week or 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to tell that story?
Oh, girl. Yeah, she didn't want me. I was going to go out with her. We were going to go on a date. Okay, decade younger than I am. We're just getting that
Okay.
out of the way.
All right.
She didn't like that I was friends with Tommy.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
That's right.
Because you jack your pussy on OnlyFans. And she's
You have nothing to do with that.
I know, Tom. I know, but I'm just like, yeah, no, like I'm not. No, what are you talking about? We
So,
haven't
like,
even went out
how did that come to light?
Yeah, like
Okay, so I got her number a while back, and we were,
So this
we
is
were
like
just,
a
talking.
22-year-old girl.
Yeah, And we were just like talking, and then she like calls me.
Mm-hmm.
And
This isn't brochures.
no,
Okay.
no.
No brochures.
Oh my gosh, she.
All right, well, we'll get to brochures. See, this is why I wanted to talk about your
Wow.
personal life.
Right.
Yeah,
You got things going on.
Okay, so no, we were gonna go out, and then she like calls. We were like talking, and she like brings up that I'm friends with OnlyFans models, and I'm like, gee, I wonder who you're talking about. She knows I'm on the show,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, yeah. She's just like, yeah, I don't know. Like if we were like a thing, like I wouldn't be cool with that. I'm like, oh, okay, well we're not gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. She's just like, and I just boom, like right there. And then she like wanted to talk about it more. I'm like, no.
Yeah, right.
So like you literally just shut it down.
Just
You're
shut
like-
it down.
She's like, I wouldn't
She's
be
just
told
like,
that.
yeah, but I didn't. She's just like, yeah, but I mean, you can be friend, but you can't like post. I'm just like, what do you mean? That's my friend.
Can't like
yeah.
post.
I'm just like, yeah. I'm
Oh,
just
so
like,
she's one of those that
Yeah.
said if you
I'm
like
just
a
like,
post.
well, no, like I mean,
here's the thing.
initially she was bothered that we were like, I even did this with you, and I'm just like, well, you can fuck you, like I
Right,
don't
yeah.
care. Then she was just like, yeah, but she was like, yeah, but if you like post, I'm just like, that doesn't mean I want to fuck Tommy.
Right, yeah.
You're an idiot. No, like we're
Wait,
not doing
Tommy,
this.
If we like your post, do we get to fuck you?
Yeah, is that
No,
how it works?
that's not how
okay.
this works. I'm sorry,
Oh
guys.
shit! Why was I liking your post
Liking your post this whole time.
this whole time?
Yeah, just liking posts.
God, I
giving
fucking
you support.
God.
I thought I was gonna get something in return.
I'm gonna stop liking her posts. I'm gonna start finishing jigsaw puzzles now.
That's such a strange
Yeah, it was strange.
thing.
Yeah.
It was bizarre, and I like it was.
Well, that's also a 22-year-old girl that's very insecure. That probably
Yeah,
was in a
yeah.
situation where there was a guy that was liking posts and then also doing other things that were untoward. But like,
That's not my problem.
yeah,
Right,
right.
yeah. But
I'm
it's-
too old to
yeah.
care.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying
Yeah.
I'm old, but
Right.
like it's just like
You're
yeah.
too. You
Not
just see
worth
the
it.
immaturity.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm just
not
like,
gonna-
yeah, not
I'm
interested.
gonna-
Like, I'm just like, you're gonna fucking. I was just like, no. Like, I'm not gonna stop being friends with Tommy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop liking
What
your
if-
Like you're
posts.
not even dating at that
I
point.
know.
That's like
and that's what I
such a
said. I was
red
just
flag.
like, and I even said, I was like, okay, we've this conversation just established. I don't want to go out with you once.
Right, yeah,
like
yeah.
we could be friends if you want, but I'm not going out with you. Like the fact that we haven't even went out.
Do you have a picture of her? You like friends with her?
Yeah, I could probably find one.
Pull one
yeah.
up. Let's see what she looks like.
Yeah, I
'cause
want to know.
we want to know because like I showed you the girl that I showed you Eleanor. She's a hot lady.
yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see if this girl's super hot, then I'd be like, bye, Tommy.
But I'm kicked off the show.
Yeah, I can think of some girls that I'd do some very mean things for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really? Damn.
No. But I couldn't do that. Like that's a stupid thing. Like that's
Yeah.
a
Shot.
oh, she's very
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's so strange. That's
It
such
is
a-
strange.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Does she have an OnlyFans?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll promote her on
Yeah,
my
don't,
OnlyFans.
no, don't.
Fuck her.
I don't.
How'd you meet her? How'd you meet a 22-year-old?
She was working at a gas station.
And you picked her up at the gas station?
Yeah.
See,
I have game.
I know you
A lot
do.
of people don't know that.
I'm
A lot
not-
of people don't think I do.
I'm not.
I have
no. I know you have game. I just like these are things that you just gloss over.
Right.
Like that's a fucking fun story. She works at a gas station.
Yeah, she
hot
worked.
22.
Yeah, worked at a gas station.
And what? Like, how do you?
How do
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
What's
How do
what's
you?
the game? Like, what do you?
what
do you do?
happened? I was just
you-
not
could I
genuine,
pump
like
your
authentic.
gas
I just
for
like
you?
what? What? I think Tommy legitimately thinks I'm a rapist. He's like,
I
oh
didn't know
yeah,
what
can
you
I
said,
pump?
actually.
Can I pump can you pump your gas for me?
Doesn't even make sense. Why would you tell her?
I don't know, but
Pump
that's
her
what I
gas?
thought. That's what you
She's
said.
the one that's working.
No,
But maybe
I'm
that's like a like, hey,
No, she was
you
just
work
working at
here.
a gas
I'm a man.
station.
Pump my gas, lady.
She was just working at a gas station. My dad was in town. Here's what happened. My
So you're
dad
trying
was
to
in
show
town.
off for your dad.
No. we were at dinner or something, and my stepsister's friend and I, because they like my stepsisters were there and they brought their friend, and him and I left to go to the gas station to go get cigarettes.
Yeah.
Because I had run out and he wanted to get some cigarettes. So he drove. We're in there and we're just like goofing off in the gas station. And I forget what I said. Like this dude's like really tall and handsome.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm, schlubby. I'm George Costanza-esque.
Schlubby, you're not
And he's like, and off in the back, I'm just like, a lot of people don't know this, but that's my identical twin brother. And she thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah. And then like we go out, we go back to the car, and we're sitting in there. I'm like, I'm gonna go give her my number. He's just like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah. So I just like wrote my number down. I was just like, here, you should text me sometime if you want.
And she did.
And she did, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I knew that she was.
Okay,
Like,
this makes me.
this was like back. This was like maybe back like last June is when I first started talking to her.
Yeah.
And then we like lost touch.
Yeah.
And
came back.
And then
Yeah.
came back around. I was being orbited, I think, or maybe I don't even remember how.
Yeah, but
we started talking again.
Yeah, but hey, you got something.
That's
and
great.
maybe when she matures a little bit, she'll
she'll understand.
be like, you know what?
No,
I let one
it's
get
over.
away. It's over
No,
forever.
I'm sticking up for my friend. That's
no,
my
if
friend.
she comes back and goes, I was being stupid.
No.
You can be
grow.
friends.
No,
People grow.
no,
People grow.
no. I don't have unconditional forgiveness.
I'm not saying that, but there's a condition.
No, I don't have
The,
conditions.
the condition is that she grows as a person
no,
and she's not upset
but
about it.
it sounds like
anymore.
that's Bill's condition. That's not
Well,
my
I'm
condition.
just saying, like, people can change.
I don't want it. I want her to stay the same. Over there, I'll be over here.
So this girl, who is a very beautiful girl,
yeah.
comes back in your life. She's like, I was being stupid.
I've grown. I've learned that.
that was
yeah.
that was a dumb thing for me to say. But
Oh
I still
no,
wanna
no,
hang out here.
she's forgiven. Yeah, forgiven, but I'm not. No,
But you're still not gonna fucking
No,
try and go out with her.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
It was so.
Wow,
it
you
was
get
so
one chance with AJ.
If you think
one
about
chance.
that, that's such like a weird thing to like be mad at. Because
I know.
like I have a lot of friends, so how many people does she think I'm fucking? Like if every single
It's not,
friend of
no,
mine.
it's not,
that she
Tommy, it's
thinks
not
that-
about you.
She thinks that he wants to fuck you so bad.
Right.
That's why,
that
yeah.
I would like commit infidel on this girl I'm not even dating.
Yeah.
So like even if she was right and we were fucking,
Yeah.
it's none of her fucking business. Like we're not. I haven't even
thing
gone
at
on
that
a
point,
date
yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
Then you're already like trying to like insinuate that I can't be friends with my friend.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
like
there's-
her posts.
it's
Like I didn't think I'd have to clarify.
grow out of that.
Yeah, and that's fine. I hope she does.
Right.
For the next guy's sake.
Okay.
But like I didn't
But
think
you're not
I'd
gonna be
ever
a
have
part
to
of it.
clarify
Yeah.
that if I like a post that of Tommy in a provocative thing, that means I want to fuck Tommy now.
Right.
Like I didn't think that I'd have to ever say that out loud.
Right.
Right.
And clarify that. You knew that.
Right.
You know that because we're adults.
Yeah.
But I do like your post because I want to fuck you.
Thanks, man.
I don't want that to get lost.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Because I'm a likable person.
So
Because you got game.
I can when I want.
Yeah.
When I'm not being me.
This makes me like.
Here's the thing: when
I
people
need to take more swings, is what I think.
who you do,
Well, I mean,
Well,
I
you-
take some.
well-
Like, I let a lot of people come to me. I'm not always that proactive, and I feel like I need to be a little
you
more
gotta
proactive.
be proactive because like
I don't actually.
well, here's the thing, dude. Why is it because you're nervous?
I think it's like the respectful thing, and then also like,
Well, yeah, be respectful.
I mean, but like I just go, they don't want to be bothered. Like,
well, yeah, but I mean, it's once again, it's time and place.
time and place.
Time and place. You gotta like. How would Bob
You're no
Saget
Bob
do that?
But
Saget.
also, let me say this: the type of girl that's gonna take a guy's number after he said one funny thing, working at a gas station. Is that really the type of girl that we're looking for?
Yes.
she's a crazy person.
No, she's not a crazy person. She's just
If she texts you, she's a crazy person.
No, dude,
No,
she
I'm
waited.
kidding.
She waited 3 days later. I'm like,
that's nice.
oh, I know what this is. I was just like, you're doing a 3-day thing.
Yeah.
Okay. No, dude. Like, I mean, the
Did
worst.
it, like when you guys would text, what would you talk about? Like, did it get sexy at all?
No, it never really got there.
Yeah.
No,
And
never
it
got there.
will. You dumb girl.
No, she's not dumb. She's well, maybe, but not in like a you're stupid way.
Her insecurity.
And like,
Yeah.
it's
her
insecurity.
insecurity is a huge turnoff.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't want that. But yeah, no, I don't know. That's about it.
All right, well,
Brochure came out of the woodwork again.
Oh, yeah,
and then
what'd she
what
have?
happened that?
I was just like, I feel like I owe you an explanation.
That's what she said.
No,
Oh.
no. Like she started like found me, and I'm like, okay, fine. I'm just like, this is why I stopped talking to you. And then I didn't even say anything remotely. Like, I forget what I said, but I was just like, what did I say? I was like, I couldn't get straight answers out of you about anything. I would ask you a direct question, and then you would just...
I've talked to girls like that before.
Yeah, where I'm just like, you're not even...
It's just always dancing.
Just dancing, and I'm just like, I didn't know, like, if you were with someone,
Right.
or, like, if you wanted to, like, murder me. And then she responds back with, wow, so you wanted to kill me? I'm like, that's not
I think
even...
she has brain damage.
Dude,
Maybe.
Dude, I responded with, I don't even know why I tried. I was just like, I don't even get it. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for
Bye.
checking out this episode of the Bill Squire Show. We'll be back next week. Tell your friends about this and subscribe, share. Give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts if you can, and a review. And yes, bye.
Bye.
Bye. You didn't burp.
I did it beforehand. I'm not an animal on display, okay? I burp when I want to.